Heyo guys, time for the long-awaited TNA No Surrender pay-per-view review. I'm fucking sorry about how late this is, but you know, school has been a major bitch, okay? Real busy with school. But anyways, let's get to the review of this show. Only have about a couple minutes left of battery time. Anyway, the first match, which they opened, was a title match. It was the TNA Tag Team titles with Team Pac-Man taking on the Dream Team of Kurt Angle and Sting. Not much really happened in there, but as Crazy Mike did state that Sting, or I can't think he stated Sting, but I thought Kurt Angle and Ron the Truth had some good chemistry. They could maybe play that out, but I seriously doubt that they will. But anyway, let's just go to the finish, because that's all it was. I mean, the whole match, Pac-Man Jones didn't want to get in there because, well, he pretty much can't, but you know, he just didn't get in there. Wouldn't accept a tag, would drop on the floor. So Karen Angle came down. Sting kept telling her to go back to the ring. Sting pointed to say go back, and it looked like Sting slapped Karen, and Karen's so oversold that she dropped like she got shot or sniped out of the impact zone. Angle came in, was snapped on Sting, hit the Angle slam, and you know, Pac-Man took that tag, got in there and got the pin. So that didn't make much sense how Pac-Man, the whole match didn't get there, but when Sting was in there, okay, I'll go in there and get the pin. And we have new tag team champions of Team Pac-Man. Great that the Truth has a belt, but come on, you're pretty much just there because of Pac-Man Jones, which sucks. The next match was the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm with Miss Jackie, with Miss Jackie Moore versus Rhino. You know, the match starts off the same. They do lots of brawling in the crowd, da-da-da-da-da. Storm had a sweet dive in the crowd, I believe. I think he did. Storm kicked out of the gore, which took me off guard, but really, you know, not much other there. Storm is really now one of the guys I've really caught on the past couple months. I mean, he's now one of my favorite guys in TNA, and he's actually kind of getting the push. I really liked his vignettes towards this feud. But anyway, Storm hit a nice ace crusher off the top rope onto the stairs, and you know, he nailed a gore on Storm through, the Rhino nailed the gore on Storm through a table, got the pin, and then got back, and he tried to stick the keg down Storm's ass, which was a little weird, but then he got Miss Jackie Moore in the ring and gored her, which was kind of cool, but whatever. You know, at least Rhino got the win on that one. I'll give TNA props for doing that right. Match did go a bit too long though, so yeah. Anyway, the next match was versus Robert Roode with Miss Brooks. Really, the Moral Virus has stated this one the best. I mean, that this feud is pretty much a 2-second build-up, and there's like no point for this one going 27 minutes. I did like the double suplex spot when they went out and, you know, hit the double suplexes and stuff going on out there. You guys know what I'm talking about. Roode Kaz into Miss Brooks, and Miss Brooks apparently injured her wrist, which led to Roode getting control in the match. It got a little bit boring when Roode was in control, not gonna lie. He's definitely the best fit for the WWE. He can probably work a WWE style better than a TNA match. But then when Kaz got in control, I believe that's when he hit a move to get him back in control. Yeah, like I said, Roode was in control, but then Kaz got in control and the action picked up. Roode went to hit the neck snap, causing Kaz, and Kaz rolled up Roode, whatever the fuck I was talking about there. I like Kaz's flip dive, that's what got him back in control. A great slingshot DDT by Kaz, but one of the major flaws in this one was the camera crew. When they had Roode and Kaz up top, they were both chopping, and the cameraman was focused on Miss Brooks. Same thing in the Storm Rhino match. They were brawling on the outside, and for some reason they panned to the entrance. I don't know, they fucked that up. Kaz nailed a nice innovative pile driver. That is probably one of the most innovative moves. Kaz has hit 2 innovative moves this year so far. Kaz nailed a great face plant off the top. Kaz, like I said, when Kaz was in control, he knew what he was doing. But Roode hit the payoff after Kaz missed a big leg drop off the top rope and got the win. And hopefully this feud kind of does get a little more. Not gonna lie, I don't like that Roode's feuds keep dragging out, but you know, this one could use that for sure. The next match was the TNA X Division title match. Black Machismo Jay Lethal took on Kurt Angle. Angle dominated the whole match. I mean, that's probably what most people expected was going to happen. Angle dominate the whole match. I did like Angle's tilt-a-whirl backbreaker on Lethal. That was pretty cool. Lethal got out of the Olympic Slam into the Lethal combination. Great spot there. But other than that, other than the finish, which was Angle getting Lethal in the ankle lock, Lethal rolling through, getting the win, and Angle sold that well. Angle put Lethal over, but then TNA fucks it up, and we'll get to that in a minute. Next match is Black Rain versus Wildcat Chris Harris. Only thing I'm going to say that was cool in this match was the start of the match was doing the suicide plancha over the top rope. I like that. And then this was a horrible match. I mean, Harris won on a roll-up, and then they still continued to brawl. I mean, this was named no DQ at the beginning of the match, and they may as well just continued on with the finish there. And then Rain somehow got out of being tied to the ring post and knocked Harris out. And then he put his mouse on Chris Harris like Jake the Snake Roberts, and yeah. The next match was the 10-team tag team gauntlet match, where the rules were the final two guys in the ring, their partner would come back, and then they would go out to determine who would be the #1 contenders. So number 1 was AJ Styles, and number 2 was Daniels. They always try and drag that out. 3 was Homicide, 4 was Chris Sabin, 5 was Havoc, 6 was Petey Williams, 7 was Devon, 8 was the debuting Jimmy Ray. By the way, way to waste your money on that one, Jimmy Rave. 9 was Brother Ray, 10 was Raven, 11 was Shark Boy, 12 was Sanjay Dutt with the gayest entrance I have ever seen. Oh my god. 13 was BG James, 14 Hernandez, 15 Tomko, 16 Elix Skipper, which was a big shocker for me. I didn't think they'd put him in there. I thought for sure they'd have gone low-key, or Senshi. 17 Kelly to a huge pop, 18 Lance Hoyt, 19 Kip James, and number 20 after winning the number 20 spot, Eric Young. This gauntlet was pretty good. Had its entertaining moments. I mean, Elix Skipper getting eliminated by Hoyt was a huge elimination. Some things did piss me off. I mean, your first 4 guys are a former ROH talent, which, whoop-de-doo, that shows that you just brought them from there. And the first guy eliminates Homicide. You could have built off that in TNA. Damn them. But anyway, the 2 teams it came down to was the Motor City Machine Guns and the team of Tomko and Styles. Oh, I didn't like how Tomko got eliminated by Eric Young. Fuck. That's stupid. A great dropkick by Shelly. I mean, Shelly hit a sweet splash on Styles when they were like going for a roll-up thing, and Shelly just nailed the splash. That was nice. The Machine Guns worked Tomko over well, but anyway, AJ pins Chris Sabin with roll-up, and he hooked the tights. And all in all, a good match, and I kind of think it picked up the pay-per-view a bit. I gotta rip in the page now. The next match, I will go with match of the night, would be Samoa Joe versus Christian Cage. These two had a great match at Destination X, almost saving the pay-per-view from being a complete waste of time, but, they did their thing in that one, but this one was great. I mean, great intensity by Joe off the start. I love how they made him the monster in this, dominate, like they made Joe in 05. Really hope they can bring him back to that prominence. Cage, with a nice ace crusher off the top rope, onto the rope, yeah, I remember that. Nice Death Valley driver move by Joe. Top rope inverted DDT by Cage was cool. Joe used Samoan drop on Rudy Charles, which was cool. Cage won by DQ, and, then this is where it pisses me off. They bring guys they consider jobbers out. They bring Petey Williams, Shark Boy, Black Machismo, I think, and Sanjay Dutt out. And why would you bring the guy who just won the X Division title, and you just ruined his credibility? Way to go on that one, TNA. And Angle's pissed about it. The whole wrestling community's pissed about it. Joe flipped Cornette and Morgan the finger, and, I thought that could have been cool. You could have worked a Joe-Matt Morgan match. That would have been sweet. Then Mike today announces they were getting 2 hours on October the 4th. I'm kind of pumped for that a little bit, but, TNA's got to raise their game a bit. And then the main event, the TNA World Title match, Abyss versus Kurt Angle. A boring match. The first counter between these two, which happened on an Impact, was damn good. It was a damn good match. But this one, no. This was a boring start. I mean, it had a good psychology of Angle working over the leg, but come on, Abyss is supposed to be a monster, so that was not good at all. I mean, I don't like how you do that. I mean, Angle hits his one moonsault a match thing, but he should have done that in the X Division match, which is, a high spot, high risk move type of style, so he should have at least hit it in that one. And then Angle makes this tap, and they made Abyss look ridiculous with the sock hanging out there. So at least Angle hangs onto that title and goes away. And then Judas Macias comes out, and pulls Abyss under with smoke pouring out like Undertaker did to Diesel at one of the In Your Houses. Overall, I give this pay-per-view a 6 out of 10. It was an average one, a lot of fuck-ups technically wise, but, I did see Unforgiven. Unforgiven's a consistent pay-per-view. You don't have anything going over 3 stars, but you know, it's a decent pay-per-view. But anyway, guys, I'm out. Peace.